good on
Yeah,
camera.
yeah.
So we'll hold off on it. But do we want to start with any opening remarks?
Probably just a thank you to the viewers.
Yeah, big thank you.
Yes, definitely.
Appreciate you guys very much.
Yes, all the support.
I can't say it
Awesome.
enough on the last ones. Thank you guys for watching, liking, subscribing, everybody who has. We enjoy doing this. We hope you enjoy watching, listening. But yeah, it's a good time. It's fun.
Yeah.
So.
And please give us suggestions in the comments on what you'd like us to talk about in the future.
Yeah. So, but we'll get right into it then, I guess. The first topic I have is relationships, so we can jump in on that.
Relationships.
Yeah. Again, I think I asked you last time. How's the lady life?
A little better.
Better?
Yeah.
Better? Last time you just said, I think you just said there was like one girl I don't know what it was, but
Wait, yeah.
same kind of thing. Still kind of talking to her. Or?
Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's the same one or not, but
You said a girl from Springfield last time, not her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
and then, I mean,
yeah,
none of them are serious, but really,
sure.
but
hey, it's okay to date
Yeah.
around. I mean, you just gotta meet
No,
people,
I mean,
find out what you like. You know?
just talking really. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Annika thought it was really funny how I talked to you about girls, because for guys it's like, hey, how are things with so and so, and it's just they're good, end a conversation. Annika said with girls it's more like, how are things with your boyfriend, how are things with your girlfriend, whatever. Oh, tell me everything about it. Tell me everything you got to know. And I just thought it was really funny because
I feel like that's how most guys are.
Oh yeah, there's not much information to be had. There's not too much to talk about, but it was just kind of funny. Have you do you talk to your parents much?
Yeah.
Do you? I have talked to my parents a lot more this year than I have in past years being at college. I don't know why that is necessarily. I think, COVID hit, and it's kind of like you want to connect with everybody, make sure they felt heard, feel loved. But would you say, how many siblings do you have?
3
siblings?
Yeah.
Are you the oldest? You got one older sister?
Older sister, 2 younger brothers.
I remember something.
Yeah.
How old are your brothers again?
Just turned 18.
One of them's 18, and then the other one?
They're twins.
Okay. Oh, they're both.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that.
So they both turned 18.
Yeah. What do they plan on doing? They're graduating, or are they?
Yeah, I think they're going to go to Mizzou. But
What are they going to study?
I think my brother Justin is wanting to be an engineer.
I did not know you had a brother named Justin.
And he's wanting to be an engineer.
Jesus, man.
And my brother Thomas, I think, is wanting to do like the Navy ROTC.
Okay.
Kind of.
Okay.
And then.
Wow, that is. Did I tell you about the Navy? Did I tell you what I had thought about the Navy?
No.
Totally abstract. Like, I don't plan on following through with it at this point. But I had a Navy recruiter talk to me, and he was basically giving me a nice spiel about what I could earn in the next 12 months of school, because for this nuclear engineering program, you can get $4,000 a month until you graduate, and all you have to do is take a physical fitness test every few months, whatever it is, but then it's a 5-year commitment after college. So like it's a program, they get you into it, and from what I've learned, the Navy will work you 12 plus hours a day because they can. Like they hire you on, they'll do with you what they want. But that's kind of funny. You got one wanting to do Navy ROTC and one wanting to do engineering.
Yeah.
Do you know? You said, are they both going to Mizzou?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
They've both been accepted, and they're going to go visit.
Yeah.
This week, I think so.
Okay. Very cool. Did they play many sports? Were they sports guys?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
What sports did they play?
Justin was more sporty than Thomas.
Okay.
He did football, basketball, tennis, and Thomas did basketball and tennis, and then played football his senior year.
Tennis, man. Have you ever played tennis?
Yeah.
I'm not very good at it.
I'm not a big fan of tennis.
I played one time. I was actually in the Dominican Republic. That was pretty cool. But I was playing with my buddy Matthew, his stepdad. And he was kind of showing me how to play, and then he started whooping my ass. Like, first he was just kind of volleying with me, and then he just started kicking my ass. But it was a lot of fun. It's difficult. You got to be in shape for it.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be able to run. It's not. There's a touch to it whenever you hit with the racket. It's not like a baseball bat where you swing all the way
through. Little more wrist
you know?
action involved.
Yeah, little wrist action, little touch. You got to make sure you get it over the net. But it's a fun sport. It's one that I've not ever been interested enough to continue playing, but I enjoyed playing it. What sports do you enjoy playing outside of football? Anything?
Arm wrestling.
Oh, that's right.
Love
dude.
arm wrestling.
Oh my goodness.
Loosely follow boxing and power or strongman.
Okay.
And
I think I'm gonna have to get into UFC a little bit more. I've been watching.
Yeah. I'm not a huge UFC guy,
No.
and I can't really give a good reason why.
Yeah.
Because on paper I should be more interested in UFC.
Yeah.
But there's something about boxing that I really just enjoy.
Stand-up boxing's pretty cool too. You see dudes trading punches, especially like heavyweight fights. At least UFC goes, they're trading punches a lot more than anybody else, just because they can't move.
Yeah.
They can't move as well as everybody else, and darty and 130 pounds.
Rolling around on the ground doesn't exactly conserve energy.
Right.
Wrestling somebody.
Right. I say that I need to get into UFC though, because I was watching some fight the other night. I can't remember who was. It wasn't the McGregor fight. It was some champion, and some guy came up a weight
moved
class.
up. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Starts with a U, ends in an A,
Maybe.
but there's a lot of letters in between.
And I think the guy that won was like a Polish guy.
I think so.
Yeah. But I was just watching it, and I kind of enjoyed. I don't know much about the sport, but I felt like I was kind of able to analyze a few things and understand. And that's also because Ransom's told me some stuff. Ransom, I told you he's fought before, right?
Yeah.
He's had 2 fights.
Your older brother, of course.
Yes, my brother. Yeah, my older brother. For those who don't know, but he lost both fights. The second one, he absolutely should not have lost. The first one, I thought he was going to win. It was a guy. He was fighting a guy that I think he had already won 2, lost 1 maybe, but the guy had more experience than him. And Ransom got all excited at the end of the fight. It wouldn't have been the end of the fight if he wouldn't have gotten excited. But he got all excited, kind of caught the dude's leg. Guy fell down. He started going on top of him. And then he started it was like he tried to turn it into a street fight. He was on top of him trying to fight him. And the guy was working around getting positions and got him in some crazy little, I don't know if it was a triangle. I don't know the terminology, but got him in something where he choked him out and made my brother go to sleep. And it was, it was pretty bad. And sorry to put you on blast, Bubba, but it did happen.
Old Skeet.
Old Skeet. Oh, he's getting surgery in a couple weeks too, so that he can get back to fighting.
On his hand?
On his shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he have problems with his hands? I heard he did.
He did because he just from welding, he's always doing stuff, and he's also cut his hands up. He doesn't always wear gloves and stuff. He's kind of silly like that, but. Yeah, he's getting shoulder surgery because...
Like rotator cuff or...
Labrum, maybe. Labrum or rotator cuff. Can't remember which. But he's I think he's a little nervous about that. Hates needles. So that's not something he's excited about. But
yeah.
Hopefully he's wanting to get back to fighting, of course. I know he really enjoys it. He put something on his story today, so I hope he's getting pumped up for it.
That's awesome.
I enjoy watching him because... I don't know. Watching a sibling play something. You get pumped up for him. You get amped up. And so I'm excited to watch him again.
So here's my question for you.
Go ahead.
So you're talking about maybe you're wanting to get into UFC. Would you ever plan on like fighting anybody or?
No, I don't think I would.
Just go for fun.
Yeah.
Stay in shape.
Yeah, and not even so. I said get into UFC. I mean more of following it. As a spectator, I think I'd enjoy watching it a lot more. I could see myself getting into some martial arts, but it's never been something that I've really looked into much. So I enjoy people talking about it and hearing about it, but actually doing it, I just never really wrestled. I never did anything to that manner.
In middle school, we had like a grappling jiu-jitsu class.
You had a class for it?
No, well, our like school police officer used to like be on a SWAT team in California.
Yeah.
On like a pretty big force or whatever you would want to call that.
Yeah.
And like used to train and box and do all this martial arts stuff.
Oh, damn.
So after school, he would teach us and train us or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, I still know some stuff, but
Yeah, it's how well you can actually apply it. Who knows? But...
Well, I know that there's... I could probably still...
So it's like basic stuff, like fundamental stuff that's...
you've got your rear naked choke, your guillotine choke, arm bar,
yeah,
Kimura, lock.
The only reason I know some of those is from. Have you ever played UFC on like
No,
Xbox?
I'm
or
not a
something?
big video game guy.
Yeah, that's right. I know.
Except Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft.
It's the greatest game ever.
I can sit there and binge out on Minecraft for a minute.
I think one time me and some of my friends played. My parents were out of town.
Yeah.
Like 20 hours straight.
Oh, it's ridiculous, man. You can sit there and just play.
Oh, we made some progress.
Oh,
but
yeah. My dad, he always came down and he's like, he did not understand the concept of the game. Does not understand the concept of the game. He'd sit there and watch it for a little bit and he's like, what are you guys doing? All it is blocks. All it is, you're just running around doing nothing. And it's like, you're actually, excuse me, you're working towards something. It just does, it's slow progress. And then when you complete it, it's very satisfying, especially when you have like a big project.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's so, I used to have a bunch of buddies in high school. We'd get together and make one world and we'd all have our little village. And,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was so great, man. I loved it. Especially if you went hard on survival. Did you do much survival?
That's all I did.
You did
I hate creative mode.
The only time we did creative is like when you kind of got bored of having to work really hard, and then that's when we got together on one big world and started making big
Well, that
stuff.
was like my favorite part was like the going out and doing.
All the...
Oh, yeah. Like, dude, I would strip mine for hours.
Really?
Yeah, like I would just get it held in the perfect position, which this is all on PS3.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'd get the remote held down to just, and I would just mine for hours.
Jeez, dude.
Drinking sweet tea and eating frozen pizza.
Hey, that's the life.
Living
man.
the dream.
That is the life. I remember back in middle school, I can't remember what game. It may have been Minecraft. Maybe late middle school I played Minecraft. But maybe early high school. I don't know. But I remember I ate like a entire box of Krispy Kremes in a single day. And I think it was on like a winter break. Parents were at work. And I was just like, at that age, nothing affects you. If I were to eat 12 Krispy Kreme donuts right now, would obliterate me. I would not feel good. I'd have so much sugar in my system. And I know that in my mind, I would have known that I ate a bunch of crap.
Well, I eat crap on a regular basis. So I guess that...
I just don't eat like that anymore. I don't eat. I snack a little bit, but it's like healthy snacks. I'm eating granola bars. I'm eating fruit, banana, apple. I'm trying to stay fit. I'm just trying to not. I eat quite a bit of chocolate. So if chocolate's around,
dark chocolate's good.
Yeah.
For you actually, but
yeah. I saw a thing. I told Annika this because she loves chocolate. Her family, sweets galore. They love sweets. But I told her this. The woman, I think, who lived the longest ate 2 pounds of chocolate a day or a week or something like that. And it was...
I think chocolate does have like some anti-aging,
really?
Like pretty pure stuff.
Yeah.
Not the crap you're going to buy at Walmart.
Right. Probably.
That's like 5% actual chocolate, like 90% sugar, and milk's the other little part.
I'm sure it's probably the bitter dark chocolate.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of that. I've never really eaten.
I need a little bit of sweet in the dark.
Exactly.
Like I just can't do the bitter. Mm-hmm. But
what's your favorite candy or dessert? I was never a big candy or dessert guy until I started dating Annika.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to if I eat a lot of sugar like that, I'll get a really bad like acid reflux.
Yeah, and that's
or
what
heartburn.
I mean about the donuts. That's what I was kind of saying about the donuts.
Kind of depends.
I'm a big caramel guy, big caramel and chocolate. Or like, if I were to have a blizzard from, not really even a blizzard. But
Heath bar? You like Heath bar?
I like Heath bars.
I like Heath bars. Reese's cups.
Yeah.
I like the peanut butter and the chocolate.
Used to not like those as much, but I like those a lot more now. I don't know what the change was, but I think your taste buds change every like 15 years or 10 years or something like that. You kind of burn some off and then
I could see that.
Yeah. I think it's just kind of a, how we...
Or maybe it's even more of like a mental thing. Like you just get worn out on a food and you're like, I just don't want to eat that anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, but I've always been a caramel chocolate guy. I really like if I'm going to Andy's, I like getting a concrete with fudge, caramel, and vanilla ice cream. Big vanilla guy. I'm not a huge chocolate ice cream guy. I
like vanilla ice cream a lot.
I get my chocolate from that fudge or from whatever chocolate piece that I have. But I don't even know. If I were to choose a candy, I'd have to go with Rolos because of that chocolate and caramel.
Those do that to me. They give me the reflux. So.
Oh, really? The Rolos?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
And they're just like so sweet.
I could eat Rolos for a minute. I could eat Rolos for a fat minute.
I mean, they're good, but...
Do you like fruity candies like Twizzlers, or do you like... I'm trying to think some other ones.
It's more of a mood thing.
Okay.
Like, I enjoy Twizzlers and like Laffy Taffy.
Okay.
Stuff like that. I enjoy that a lot. But I also really like even those like Hershey bars or...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like chocolate too, plenty, but...
Mm-hmm. I really like, as far as bars go, Three Musketeers, I think. Three Musketeers and...
Oh, yeah, those are good.
Twix. They have like... No, not Twix. Twix are good, but they have special versions of some...
Milky Way?
Milky Way. I think they have different versions of that, and there's some...
Well, that's chocolate and caramel. That's why I figured it was
okay,
that.
yeah. Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Oh, I like Milky Ways a lot.
Milky Ways are great.
I prefer my candy cold, though.
See, and I'm not like that.
I would rather them be in the fridge.
Yeah.
Or even freezer and just get like...
I'll eat them like that, but they're just... they're too kind of hard to bite off and chew. I kind of like it being a soft chocolate. Like if you're going to eat a Hershey's Kiss, I like eating...
See, I'm the exact opposite.
You'd like for that to be cold?
I would like it to be cold.
And bite down on it?
I really want it to be firm and hold its shape, pretty much.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like candy on a kind of warm day.
Yeah.
I'd probably just toss it.
Yeah, let us know in the comments whether you're a cold candy or like, not lukewarm, but room temperature candy type of person, because I am fully a room temperature candy type of person, or at least chocolate, Are you okay? Then desserts, I guess. We already said ice cream. Are you ice cream fanatic? Or are you just kind of... Because I really like cake and ice cream or cobbler and ice cream. Those are kind of my two favorite desserts, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a heftier guy. I enjoy food that's not good for you. I mean, yeah, I'll eat ice cream by itself or with cake and cobbler, pie. Sure. It doesn't really matter. But
it's a shame that COVID killed the calf, because there were two things good about the calf, and that was the cookies and the ice cream. I used to warm up the cookies in the microwave, throw them in the ice cream. Oh.
Dude, you were the king sneaking stuff back.
Oh man, you just wrap a bunch of it up in napkins.
Well, I mean, you paid for it.
Exactly. No, you can take stuff to go. Cap and I always brought cheeseburgers back because it was, it was always gain season, so it was cheeseburgers.
Man, I think I had one of those with you one night, my freshman year, whenever
dude,
we were probably drunk.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, but that's forever ago, dude.
Oh my gosh, seems like it. 2 years ago, 2+ years ago. Yeah, you slept on the couch one night, didn't you?
Oh, a few times.
Did you? A few times? I didn't remember that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, or it wasn't that far of a walk back.
Yeah.
To my room.
Yeah.
But yeah. We had sleepovers, dude.
I remember.
Because Cap would always be like, "Yeah, man, sleepovers and stuff."
Oh, shout out Cap. Cap's cuts. What it do? 100, baby. Oh man, I miss Cap. Cap's a great guy. Caleb McIntosh. I hope I'm allowed to
Joseph.
say
Joseph Caleb McIntosh.
Joseph Caleb McIntosh. I don't know if he wants his first name said, but Cap, our buddy, he was the most energetic person on the football team. Most energetic person I think I've ever met, other than my mom. My mom's pretty energetic as well, but I think he trumps her as far as
definitely have goes. Never seen a dude walk out to a football field for practice like that every day.
As hyped as he was every day, man.
No, like everybody else is like,
Yeah. The football field this past fall changed I say changed. It was just, you walk outside, and after a few days not hear it, you're like, man, I didn't hear football, baby. You didn't hear it. And it was, it definitely was just different. So Cap, miss and love you, man. So just want to throw that out there. But yeah. How's football going now?
Pretty good, man.
Yeah. The tackle line. Are you guard tackle?
They moved me to guard.
When?
It's been...
Did you say that last time we were talking?
No, I think it was like that next week, right after that.
Okay.
Looking good. It's a completely different one.
Right.
It's probably good because...
You guys are running spread, right?
It's like a spread zone blocking.
Yeah. But there's like no fullbacks, right? Kind of. Well, I heard all the fullbacks.
There's technically an F, but like all the ones that we had before would not work there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it primarily pass, kind of a nice mix, or
No, we run probably just as much, if not more, than we pass. But
really?
It's more like trying to spread the defense out, so then you can run instead of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like 7-on-7.
Yeah, I hear you.
We're just gonna run it down your throat.
I hear you.
I guess would be the best way to put that.
How's the defense looking?
Oh, good as ever.
Really?
Yeah. Brett.
I heard. Really? Still a dog, man?
The dog.
The dog? What about, I heard Bugs came back.
Oh, yeah. Bugs is back.
Bugs is back. Man, Jalen James, that guy is. Do you think he's going to the league? I hope that guy goes to the league. I think he's got the potential.
I'm not sure. He could. I feel like practice squad for sure.
Practice squad, if not. I'm thinking special teams. I think he's wanting to do more than that, but I think his size hurts him a little bit. He's 5'11".
Well, yeah,
11,
and as good as he is, you just got to think there's so many inside linebackers from D1 school
that are 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", got a little more size.
6'3", maybe even
6'3".
Yeah.
And you really don't need that much height as an inside backer. It's okay to have a little lower center of gravity and make a play, but
they're getting taller though.
That's true.
Everybody's getting bigger.
Everybody's getting bigger. Now running backs are getting shorter. They're just quick, and when you got a guy that's 5'6" and can jump over a 6'2" man.
Except Derrick Henry, he's not getting any smaller.
They might start turning some more.
He's
some taller running backs.
Anomaly of nature though.
Oh my gosh, that man.
6'3", like 240.
He is a man.
And can just run.
Is he only 6'3"?
Yeah, but I mean, for a running back, that is enormous.
That is huge.
Yeah.
6'3".
And 240 and lean.
A
lean 240.
Oh, yeah. I've seen him throwing people down. I don't watch a whole lot of sports, but his name's out there for sure.
Very impressive.
Always in the news. How do you think your Cowboys are doing?
Well, we signed Dak, so
yeah,
I'm happy with that.
That was a huge deal, wasn't it? For him?
Second highest of all time.
Wow.
And highest guaranteed of all time.
Damn.
Which I believe he's worth.
You think so?
Yes, and I mean, you have to pay what the market dictates. It's not like, well, we say that you're the 7th best quarterback, so you're going to be paid the 7th most.
Right.
It's just whoever's deal's up next. If you're the franchise dude, you get the next biggest deal.
Right. How long was his contract?
4 years.
It's only 4.
Yeah.
I was like, it was second behind Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, for just guaranteed money.
Okay.
Dak's at, I want to say 40 or 42.
That's an
and Mahomes is 45.
That is an absurd amount of money. What would you do with $1 million? What is the first thing you would do with $1 million?
Probably buy a bunch of land.
Okay, buy land. See, okay, if you're not going to go on the business aspect of it, if you're only purely on the...
Just going to blow my money.
You blow your money, yeah. If you're going to blow your money, what are the first things you're going to do?
Man.
I'm taking a vacation. I'm taking a vacation.
I was literally about to say, I might just grab the boys.
Yeah.
And be like, I'm spending $200,000 on a vacation.
We're having a time.
Let's go.
Yeah.
For a month or some crap.
Yeah.
And rent a yacht and get on a private island with a mansion and just...
oh my goodness.
Party for a month straight.
Yeah. I'd definitely buy some vehicle. I don't think I'd buy anything, I wouldn't buy anything super sporty. I think I don't really know. I don't have a great preference on sporty or truck. I think I would buy a truck just because sits higher. I think I feel better in a truck. I also...
Oh, definitely.
That's mostly because I bottomed out in the Cadillac that I had. Did you ever see my Cadillac?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That thing.
Comfiest seats in any car ever.
Goodness, super comfortable.
You should have just took the seats out of it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Do you still have it or?
No, I sold it. I sold it to a lady in north of you in Willow.
Kabul?
Norwood, I think.
Yeah.
I think she's in Norwood. But she was a nut. I hope she hears this someday because she was one nutty woman. Oh my gosh. I got there and Annika was with me. I got there and I was trying to sell her this vehicle. And it was so weird. It was like she wanted me to do things for her that, I don't know, when you're buying something from somebody else, you don't ask them to take the license plates off of your car, off of the car that she already had. She wanted me to take them off of that one and put them on her new one. and on my car that I was just selling to her. And I was like, she was probably 45, 55 years old, somewhere in that range.
So still very capable.
At 270 pounds, no, she wasn't. But so that's another reason why I kind of did it. But she was also, I remember our conversation on Facebook was so weird. Oh no, her friend texted me, my ex-husband's friend or my dead husband's friend, I can't remember, was the one who was talking to me. That's who she was communicating through. And so this guy was texting me, talking to me, like, hey, this woman's trying to buy a car. Is this car reliable? If you give me your word, I'll give her my word. And I was like, I mean, it's been great for me. I gave him all the things. I had just replaced the charges the battery. Alternator. Just replaced the alternator. And that's kind of what I told him. I was like, oil's been serviced, everything's been good, been great for me, comfortable car. And he was like, okay, awesome, here's her number, just link up with her. And so that's what I did. And oh my gosh, it was just so complicated. I also got all these texts like, thanks for having mercy on me, thank you, Justin, thank you, blah blah blah. She was like thankful, but at the same time she was super needy. And oh my goodness, that's
weird for just you selling a lady a car.
I know, man. It was a weird experience, but I got it out of my hands, bought my grandpa's truck, and damn, reverse went out on me. Did I tell you about that? My reverse went out.
In the truck?
In the truck, man. I think what happened, so this was pretty kind of just a poor situation. So I was driving Annika and I back from Colorado. We were coming back to Atchison, and as I was driving, I don't know what I did. I don't know if I think I was messing with the radio or something, but I think I bumped my shifter and I threw it into neutral. That's what I saw it was in, and my RPMs went up a little bit. I was like, oh shoot. So I'd, put it back in drive, no big deal, but I'm going 60 miles an hour. And then next day I'm trying to pull out of my driveway because we're going to a wedding. And as I'm pulling out, I can't really pull out, and I thought it was just because of the snow. And then I find out later that I don't even have reverse. Got it checked out, and I'm pretty sure that's what did it. I think when I hit it into neutral, it actually went all the way to reverse, and so jacked it up.
Grinded some gears.
I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear any churning, clunking. I didn't hear anything. And
really?
Yeah, dude, didn't hear anything. So that was kind of the weird thing too. Is like, I don't know if it was.
Which I mean, I'm no car expert.
I'm not either. I don't know too much about them, but I also found out when I went to the mechanic, the guy was like, yeah, I've dealt with these transmissions before, and it's pretty, they don't last super long, but it seems like it should have lasted longer than this one. And I didn't tell him just because I was like, yeah, that's probably what did it. In my mind, I was like, I don't really need to give him that information.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, but he said that year, that 2006 Ford F-150 is the only year that has its specific transmission. So it's kind of inconvenient that like they went to a new one because that one had problems too. So that was, again, just kind of an inconvenience. But how's your, you got a Camry, right? Toyota Camry?
Toyota
Corolla. Get that wrong. You still liking that quite a bit?
Yeah, it really has been.
How many miles does it have on it?
204,000.
204. Well, Toyotas go forever, man. Toyotas, everybody that has a Toyota truck, I've seen them for like 200, they have 250,000 miles. I don't even know what years they are, but still holding a 3 to 5K value. Like,
yeah.
Jeez, man. That's impressive. That's awesome.
Which I plan on driving it until like I've got my career and everything.
Yeah.
I have a real job.
And got income.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's you got any kind of internship coming up this summer?
No, I had actually I think I'm going to do a little bit of job shadowing for Mr. Dietrich.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
what, he's a radio technologist?
Radiologist, I think.
Is he a radiologist? Okay. I don't know for sure. I think that's, do you know Evan Washington? You know that name? Okay, that's my buddy from Springfield. He goes to Most State. Shout out again. And I think he's doing radiology too. I think he shadowed Mr. Dietrich, so I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, but for work, I think I'm going to stay up here.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where you're going to work?
I've got a couple things in the works, but nothing concrete.
Anything like around campus or anything?
In Atchison, I guess.
Okay.
I think.
Excuse me.
But
Yeah. Is it like, I guess, I don't know if you don't want to elaborate on it because you just don't know.
yeah, I'm just not sure.
You just don't know.
And I don't want to.
I hear you. I worked at Walmart last year. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, I remember whenever you were talking about it.
Yeah, that was the 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. shift.
Yeah.
Dude. During COVID, it wasn't that bad. It was like whatever, but I also had to attend classes, and it was like, I remember so I worked Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and my Wednesday, Friday classes. No, my Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes, because I worked Sunday too. I would wake up for my 8 a.m. because I would sleep so funky. I would sleep from 7 or 8 to like 3 in the morning. And then on Tuesday night, because I'd work 4 to 1, and then I'd sleep for like an hour when I got back because I couldn't keep myself from falling asleep. I was so tired. I normally didn't fall asleep that early, like 7 or 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I'd sleep for like an hour and then stay up until probably 9 or 10. And then my next class on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'd put it on and then I'd just fall asleep. I'd fall asleep with it on my phone, and it was, oh my gosh, it was horrible. But I passed the class. Passed all my classes last spring. So that was good.
So did I.
Did you? Did you take some P's? I took some P's.
Oh, I took all but 1 P.
That's exactly what
I
had.
And I was like, okay, so how... I wanted to strategically take the P's on any class that wouldn't help my GPA.
That's exactly what
so I was
did.
like, okay, so...
You get a B. My GPA is 3.05 or 3.0 something. If a B doesn't help. So why
helped
even
me.
add it? A B helped you at the time?
Yeah, I'm not a genius like you.
Annika thought your comment last time was really funny about I asked you about psychology, and you're like, yeah, I'm taking 3, currently on my way to passing my first.
Yeah, I also got a comment about that.
That was great, man.
That they
was
thought
hilarious.
that they were like, didn't get funny until you said that.
Oh, yeah. But so how's that going? How's psychology going?
Fine.
Philosophy.
I was taught, yes, philosophy. Good.
Good.
Big fan of my teacher.
Who you got again?
Dr. Madden.
Oh, the guy, right?
Yes. Which, if this podcast takes off, he would be one to have on.
Really?
Oh my gosh, dude.
I have some professors I'd like to have on here at some point.
He is very interesting.
Really?
Yes. Like there's a few classes ago, wearing a 1984 George Orwell shirt, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
And he's just, he's obviously smart if he's teaching, philosophy and stuff, and understands all that.
Yeah. Is he a pretty down-to-earth guy? Is that kind of what you get from him, or?
Very practical.
Practical. Okay.
Like, I don't know. He's different because his class isn't easy.
Yeah.
But he just is so honest with you up front that you just kind of expect that. And then
that's kind of
teaches the material well. Pretty funny.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think I talked about Mazurowski last time. Dude's a nut.
Oh.
I definitely talked about him. But
I've never met him, but
I still felt that I learned a lot from him. It kind of took me a while, and towards the end is when I really started learning from him. But he's an intelligent guy, knows a stupid amount of languages. But are you fluent in any language other than English? Really?
I am currently in Spanish too.
How's that going?
Hoping to pass with a D. And no, I'm not good at any other language.
No. I've been trying to learn sign language. I started that over Christmas break. I think I just I saw some videos and I was like, it'd be kind of cool to learn some sign language. So I clicked it on, and I know a little bit. I think I know a little bit, but not a lot. So
it's so hard to learn, man.
It's sign language is actually other languages. They are difficult.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Is sign language not hard to learn?
Sign language isn't too bad because you get emotion to it, and putting emotion to something you're learning seems like it's a lot better. Just psychologically, I'm sure there's something to it. If you do heads, shoulders, knees, and toes. I've known that since kindergarten, and I probably haven't done that. I did it in my ergonomics class this year, and everybody knows the tune. Everybody remembers the tune.
Yeah.
So just putting emotion to something. There are certain things like house is you do like that. You just kind of make the outline of a house. City, you kind of make this two or town, city, just the top of 2 buildings. And there's a lot of things that are super, super easy in it. So it's kind of neat to learn. And the guy who teaches it, if you look him up, Bill Vickers, he does the entire class. It makes sense.
Is that here?
No. He does it on YouTube. He just kind of does a free public course, I guess.
Oh,
but
that's cool.
Yeah, he does. He just films his classes because I don't know if he teaches. He's somewhere in California, I think. But he teaches entirely silently again, which makes sense because obviously you're not going to speak to a deaf person. So
yeah,
it's pretty neat though. He's a good teacher and very. So when you're doing sign language, you kind of have to enunciate everything that you do with your body. So like when you're asking a who, what, when, why, or where question, you furrow your brows. And then when you're asking a yes or no question, you raise your eyebrows. So you have to really exaggerate that so that it becomes a habit. And so but it's pretty nice learning sign language. What's been your difficulty with Spanish?
Well, it all starts with my failure in all classes. Me wanting to cut corners.
Of course.
And so
times.
My first Spanish 1 last semester was online. So, you know me, waking up at 8 a.m. Or 7:55, excuse me.
Right.
Turning my laptop on, getting on Zoom.
Of course.
Literally still in bed.
Yep.
And, you know.
Who do you have again?
I had Sellers then. I have Rivero now.
Ooh, Rivero, you got to do everything right to get participation points.
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't know.
Goes hard. Goes very hard.
Yeah, strict.
Yeah.
Grader.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, just, online I learn nothing anyways, let alone a second language that I don't have any interest in learning in the first place.
Yeah.
But I got a C in that class.
Yeah.
And I think I should have just taken her again.
Yeah. Kind of learn her method of teaching.
Like an idiot, I was like, oh, I want to actually learn something. That's why my grade was bad. Because I wasn't in the classroom.
You blame it all on the teacher. And
the online classes.
The online classes, yeah.
Because those have been a pretty big problem for me. Like I don't learn anything on them. Yeah. But
it's hard to stay motivated with them. It's really hard to be like.
It's hard to pay attention.
Yeah.
Like I just cannot pay attention.
It's like watching a YouTube video that you're like not into. You're kind of like, well, I don't really have to.
Being forced to watch a super boring YouTube video.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
With your phone right there.
You're just kind of like, you're sitting there. You're bored. But so I am kind of thankful that the engineering department. I don't have a single class online. You really have to opt to do online if you want to, and I don't, just because it's not. I do feel that I learn more, and I'm really thankful I have some professors that actually record and then post it. So that's really nice to be able to go back to that. Which there's one class specifically, system dynamics, and same teacher that I've had for the past I don't know how many years, the last 2-3 years. But the guy I called a G last podcast, he
was that the one that walked?
He walked by. Yeah, he walked by, and he records them, puts them on, and so they're really nice to go back. And if you didn't understand something that day, I plan on it. So we have a test coming up, and the material is just complex. It is kind of hard for me to grasp at this point. So I'm hoping to go back and rewatch this weekend. Rewatch probably the last 5 lectures, or at least parts of them, so that I can understand it better.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that's because I want to do well on the test, and I don't right at this point. I don't think I'm going to do well on the test. And I think that
you're committed.
I'm trying to be, man. Trying to be. So here's my thought process on trying to be committed. I am going to be an engineer, and eventually I'm going to have to worry about the safety of others. I'm going to have to worry about the conservation. They talk about sustainability and all this other stuff that you have to worry about as an engineer. And it's like, I don't really want to be held liable for, I'm going to be held liable, but I don't want anything to be my fault, I guess. I want to make sure that I've taken every precaution I have, that I am confident in the decisions I make. So that's what I'm trying to do in the classroom. I'm like, I need to make sure that I'm being a more disciplined student, being a better, just being better in the classroom, really. So I'm hoping that translates to my career in the future. So we'll see. But I just think being disciplined in one aspect of life translates to all other aspects of life. It's like if your backpack and your binder is all not really organized, pretty jumbled. It's like
literally me by definition.
Your room is probably not very organized.
Yep.
My truck is not very organized right now. I have
full of crap. Yeah.
And so here's the problem: is I'll clean my room and I'm like, all right, this looks nice, and then I go to my truck and I'm like, oh, this doesn't look nice. I don't take the time to clean it right away, and then eventually my room goes to being kind of dirty again. I throw my clothes on my chair and I don't ever clean, or I don't ever make my bed. So it's weird. It's just trying to continue doing that thing to make yourself stay disciplined and stay on track to do the things you need to do. But I'm also trying to keep a mindset of just making decisions that will put me towards my goals. So yeah, engineering is a goal of mine and I hope to be good at it in the future. But I really enjoy doing this. I really enjoy podcasting. So
I think that this, I don't know, this I really enjoy.
Oh, dude, it's fun. It's just sitting.
It's like talking about stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then recording it. Here's something else I'm excited about for YouTube. I've always thought about taking videos of myself and talking about a lesson that I would want my kid to know at 20 years old. So something that my dad, of course, he's not in the mindset of a 20-year-old, 22-year-old. Yeah. So I'm sure if he was 22 years old and could look back on it, he would give me some pointers, some tips that I would be able to take to heart. But of course, he didn't have the internet back then. So yeah. Hopefully my kids can look at this in 22 years, 23.
That's pretty good. That's cool, dude. Really?
I've thought about that before.
Cool.
So I really try to take those the decisions I make to heart and think about them. And of course, I still do some pretty silly stuff. I still go out and make some silly decisions, but I'm trying to do better about it. I'm trying to make life a little better for the future too. So I don't know. Did I tell you I talked to Wilds last night? Wilds Rimpy. We had a really good conversation. Dude can talk and I love it because he made my job so easy last night. He just wanted to keep talking about anything and everything. And we talked about chess for a while. We talked about cars. He's a big car guy.
Big car guy.
Big car guy. Are you said you weren't a big car guy.
No. I used to be pretty good at chess, though.
Did you?
I used to play quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. Really? I'm starting to get a lot better at it. So if you go to chess.com, you have a bunch of different computers that you can play. So I beat the basic, intermediate, and I beat the first advanced, which kind of pumped me up. I did that today. I've been playing a lot, and yeah, man, I've been getting into it. I don't know why. I'm just pumped up about chess. But when was the last time you played?
Oh, it's been years, yeah. Like more than 8 probably. So like really? I would have to reteach myself. But at one time I was pretty good for my age.
Yeah, I played this CD-ROM game, Learn to Play Chess with Fritz and Chester. Have you ever heard of that? That was the best, man. That was, it basically was a very child-based, child-targeted so that you could learn, as a kid, how to manipulate the game and play how you need to beat somebody. And so different techniques, very basic techniques, but still something that a kid could learn. And so I really enjoyed that. But that's where I first learned it. And then I used to play with my brother and my dad. My dad, of course, always used to beat us just because we're, between the ages of 5 and 12. You put a 35-year-old, 40-year-old up against a 6-year-old in chess. It's probably going to wax the floor with them. But did you ever play with your brothers or your siblings or even your parents?
No, it was more at school that I did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have any? We had some guys at our school who were good. We had some kids. I had Chris Stain. Shout out to you, big guy. Very intelligent kid. If I heard this right, got a 35 on the ACT.
Jeez.
Took it again to get a 36. Got a 36. But if I remember right, I think he was really good at chess. But I didn't know too many in middle school. I'm trying to think of anybody.
It was more like elementary, middle school for me.
When you played.
Yeah.
But people knew how to play.
Well, no, it was like in this certain class we learned how, but like nobody else was doing that, and it was like a handful of us probably.
Right. Well, what I thought was funny is like I know a lot of people now who they're like, yeah, I don't know how to play chess. I don't know, but people in your grade or people that you went to that class with knew how to play chess. At least they know the rules, is what I mean.
Well, like the teacher taught us it.
Okay.
So like none of us knew anything about it going in.
Yeah. If you had to choose, are you a chess or a checkers guy?
Gotta say chess, right?
I'm a big chess guy only because I really, I don't know. I feels like there's strategy to it, you know, and you're kind of
more than checkers.
It's like
for
a puzzle. Oh yeah, checkers.
It's almost like you're going to war.
Yeah, and
then you're making your strategic moves.
Yeah, that's another thing on chess.com. They've got free videos you can watch, and so you only get a few a week because you got to subscribe to get all the new stuff or all the extra stuff. But I watched one video and maybe two videos, and they helped me beat the advanced. Like it took me like the opening moves. Here's a little chess pointer to anybody that cares. The opening moves, you want to establish the center of the board. So the first thing, one of the most popular first moves is moving that pawn that's in front of your king 2 spaces out, which you know the rules, you can move that one 2 spaces out. So if you establish the center of the board and kind of think of it as the center of the board is like high ground because you can capture and dominate so many spaces, that's such it's a crucial part of the game if you want to win. So it's pretty interesting, man. I definitely appreciating chess a lot more. Might have to watch some more videos and see if I can become an expert at it. One of the grandmasters. There's a
grandmaster.
Grandmaster wizard, man. There is I remember, I think they're the Try Guys or something. They had 4 guys playing one dude, one master in chess, grandmaster, I think. I don't know if they actually call him that. I know it's master, but 4 guys playing a single guy, and he was blindfolded, right? So he was blindfolded while all 4 of them, he's walking back and forth, memorizing all 4 games as he's playing them. So the guys that are sitting down playing, they're like pawn to e4, bishop to blah, blah, blah. And then he'll sit there and say, okay, knight to f6 or something. And remembers all 4 games and beats them all, if I remember right.
Wow.
Yeah. And so what he said is like there's so many different patterns that you remember and recognize that it's not those games weren't difficult for him to like win. There was one guy that kind of gave him a challenge, but I think he still ended up winning. And it's impressive, man. It's just, you're right about it. Going to war, that's exactly what it seems like. So I don't know. I think I might be getting into it like you're getting into arm wrestling because you've taken that to heart.
Head over heels. Like whenever I'm done with football, and that time will come.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I train pretty frequently now. Arm wrestle when I can.
Really?
I would like to take the amateur circuit on and then hopefully become some sort of professional.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so you say you train some. Do you ever need help, man? Because like I don't know, I'm not necessarily the biggest guy in the world, but if you need help, I can try and help you.
You'd be interested in arm wrestling?
Mainly to help you out. Like
yes.
Maybe if I got into it a little bit more.
Say no more.
All right. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, you just tell me what you need from I guess a punching bag, and I'll do what I can for you. So, they tell me what videos I need to watch to learn a little bit more.
Oh, it's such an intricate. It's almost like UFC, but with your arms, because there's so many different moves and counters.
Yeah. Well, you're talking
compared to chess, even.
Yeah.
You start in an even position, and depending on what you and your opponent do, dictates the match.
Okay. That's kind of interesting. And you were talking about the like leverage you can get and different techniques on how you get somebody's wrist and how, I don't know how you orient anything, but you were just talking about it that one time. It's interesting to me.
Oh yeah, so, you got your 3 basic moves.
Yeah.
Inside, outside, defensive, offensive moves. I mean, and different sub moves within all those other moves. It's pretty, like it's a deep rabbit hole you can dive down if you really want to get into it. Oh yeah.
It seems like it could be that way with just about anything if you wanted to. Would you ever get into that? Reminded me, I don't know why that reminded me, but would you ever get into, I don't know what the technical term would be for it, but like slap fights maybe? You know what I'm talking about? They stand across the table.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
I've spent too much time on YouTube watching those.
I love those. There's one, and I'm sure anybody who's seen a slap fight video, this is probably the one they've seen. There's this big beefy dude, probably 200
the big Russian,
maybe, and against this gothic looking, he's got black eyes, blacked out eyes.
That dude's like the slap king,
Really?
Oh yeah, like he's like the best in the world.
He knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
He looked kind of like a little kid.
The dude that knocked him out?
No. You're talking about the Russian guy? The big
The
guy?
one that like
he
killed this guy.
Back. Yeah,
dude.
He's
like the best in the world.
Okay, I believe that. Fully believe that. He's not even slapping somebody. He's open palm. It's like a bear.
It's like hitting somebody with a frying pan on the side of the head.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah. No, the kid who is probably drugged out of his mind, don't know why you would want to go up against this guy. I would not want to get slapped by that guy. That's all I'm saying.
No. I wouldn't want to get slapped by anybody.
If you don't know what we're talking about, they stand across stand across the table from each other and you can't flinch, right? Like they sit there and
you can flinch, you just have to keep your hands on the table, I think.
And face like you
you can't like move your face with you just have to sit still.
Yeah. So as far as flinching goes, you can tense up.
Yeah.
But you can't move your face. And so anyway, this guy, you stand across from the table from each other and you just trade slaps. And dude, this guy,
oh my god,
this big beefy, I guess Russian dude, standing across, he takes one slap from this. Oh my goodness, this kid can't be bigger than 5 foot, maybe 5'10", 180 pounds. And this Russian, if that, man.
I'm closer to probably like 150.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, man. And this Russian guy takes a slap from him, and I feel like everybody's kind of like, "Oh, like that was not a bad slap." And then this Russian guy rears back, knocks the kid out. I don't know if it's the first slap, but
it is.
Surely,
it is.
Man.
Yeah.
It leaves him limp, and he goes down, and everyone's like, "Damn,
just dead.
Damn,
dead.
That was a swat." If there's a sport that gets the most CTE, it's probably that one. Like football's bad, boxing's bad, but if you're gonna do that and just
get hit in the face repeatedly,
just wear a slap. Oh my god!
And dude, apparently, if like you've got your guys there to catch you whenever you're falling, so you don't like crack your head on the ground.
Yeah.
Until you like quit, you are in the match still, whether you get knocked out or not.
Oh, you get right back up?
Yes.
So that kid could have gotten right back up and said, let's do it again.
There was this one, like there's been matches where guys have been literally knocked out like multiple 10 times. Like 10.
Oh my god.
Do you know how much like brain damage is going on?
That's horrible, man. That's
like whenever you get knocked out, like that's a big deal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like that's brain damage.
Yeah.
10 times in one match. And he lost even. So it's not even.
Oh my gosh.
And like the whole side of his face was just
I'm sure
swollen.
You see guys in the UFC that you see them wear a few and something's bulging out of their face, looking like a tumor. Their ears or like the rest, like what do they call it? Cauliflower. Yeah, cauliflower. Oh my gosh, man! I could never do that. And one of the reasons I kind of was getting out of football was because I kind of value my head. I'm gonna be using my head for the rest of my life. So
yeah,
it's.
I don't know. I honestly feel like football has made me dumber.
Oh, I don't know about. I feel like it's.
I've taken a lot of shots in the head though.
Yeah. It's being on defense, being a linebacker, you being a DN, you're hitting heads every play. I was hitting heads most plays. I was hitting heads fullback, running back, picking up a guard, whatever it was. Yeah, it's a lot of hits to the head. But I kind of glad I'm out when I'm out because I think I noticed I have weird. I'm not going to say mood changes. I think that kind of fluctuates with how much sleep I get, what I eat, what I do. But I feel like I can kind of tell when I'm off. I don't know about you, but you can kind of just tell when things don't feel all normal, I guess. And I don't necessarily attribute that to football, but even if I'm being a hypochondriac, that's what I think about sometimes. I definitely think about like, do I need to be worried about this? Is this something I need to, I don't know how you check it out. I don't know if I think I saw somewhere you can get a genetic test or to see if you're susceptible to CTE or anything. So
is it purely genetic?
No. But like, I think there's a gene that makes you more susceptible to it after.
I think that like anybody that's played football for a while or done anything that you'll probably have it to some degree at some point.
Yeah. And
obviously, depending on how many.
Mm-hmm. I always say,
shots you've taken, but
right. And I always say I want to live to be 101. Don't know if I'll see that, but if I live to be 101, I'll have lived through 3 centuries, 11 decades, 2 millennia. That's not a whole lot of people I think have done that, because you think about the average age of the past.
Same. I barely slipped in.
You're 99. Yeah. Are you December?
Yeah.
You're December. Yeah, you barely got in there. You could do it. But
I'm not sure if I'll live that long, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know, man. Modern advancements in technology.
Would be great.
That's a Ricky Bobby quote. I could live to see 250, 300. Who knows?
250, 300.
300. Please be 18. That's a great movie.
Oh, it's hilarious, man.
I showed Annika Joe Dirt for the first time. Have you ever seen that?
I just watched it recently.
But
for the past year, everybody's been calling me Joe Dirt.
The mullet is why, of course. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but...
Oh, my gosh, man.
Stupid.
Great. Did you not like it?
The first one was better than the second.
Oh, of course.
But it's just like, I don't know.
See,
that kind of humor, I'm not the biggest fan of. I can watch it and like I'll laugh, but
yeah,
just the really stupid stuff.
Oh yeah. See, I like the stupid stuff just because it's so absurd, and I watched it at a really young age, so that's maybe another reason why I hear all the quotes and I think it's so funny. It's just. Like he's got the big thing strapped to his back, the big tank. It's a septic tank, yeah. And he's like, well, that's just here is a crapper tank or whatever, and he knocks it off. And
David Spade.
Oh man. Oh. Although I will say, I watched Father of the Year. Did you see that one?
Oh yeah, that's been out for a couple years now.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that one.
Really?
I thought it was funny, but it was like I didn't like that character for David Spade, and.
No, I agree.
I don't like his New York accent, and maybe that's because I heard his Joe Dirt one first. But excuse me.
I mean, yeah, it was funny, and for as far as a Netflix special goes, not bad.
Not bad. No, it was definitely not bad.
Have you seen The Wrong Missy? It's got him in it too.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
That one is good.
Yeah. I like that one. I need to stop drinking seltzers on this, man. I just continue to burp nonstop. But you go with the whiskey.
Yeah. Doing fine with it.
No, good. I did drink the rest of that American honey American honey.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I think I've told you before, it's just too thick for me at times.
It is thick.
It's really thick, and so when I throw ice on it, it makes it a lot better. Ice melts just a little bit, and it makes it a lot better for me. It tastes awesome.
Oh yeah, it's got a great taste, man.
Yeah. Yep, and I'm not much of a whiskey connoisseur. What other liquors do you like? Are there any? I know you like really beer, okay? Or
yeah, oh yeah, I like beer.
Well, of course.
And I like whiskey. For any mixed drink, I'll probably go vodka unless it's a whiskey Coke.
Yeah.
Rum's okay if it's mixed.
Yeah.
But I like tequila shots.
Really?
I've been doing more of those lately.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've only had tequila a few times, and at least tequila shots.
I had only had it a couple times until recently, and then I'm a little more experienced in it now.
It's like the only alcohol that's a stimulant.
Really?
Did you know that? Yes.
I did not.
Tequila is the only alcohol that's a stimulant. Don't know the science behind it. Don't know why it's a stimulant versus.
It would have to be the plant because it's. You
know what it's made from?
Oh.
I imagine something from
South
America or
Mexico.
Because that's the only reason I say that. But is it very tropical? I have no idea. I'm just kind of throwing stuff out to make you think of it.
It's like
agave.
Agave.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's agave. That's what they make tequila out of.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's cool. But I've heard before that you get a different, I guess, feeling off of or drunk off of tequila than you do other alcohols, vodka, whatever it would be, because those are depressants. And so, yeah, I don't know. I've been into seltzers a lot, and as I'm drinking this one, I'm kind of like, they're a lot lighter, so the next day I don't feel quite as...
Oh, absolutely. If I'm wanting to just kind of take it easy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, I used to kind of talk smack on seltzers, but like the new Bud Light lemonade or Mike's Hard lemonades or anything like that.
Yeah. They're super sugary, but at the same time,
they're not super low calorie.
Well, they're not. They're sweet. They're super sweet, is what I mean.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, the next day I feel a lot better because you didn't just weigh yourself down with however many carbs,
a ton of beer or a bunch of liquor.
Yeah. I noticed, so I had a drink last night and we had a basketball game, and I definitely was not in shape for the basketball game, but I had one drink when I was on the podcast with Wilds, and I definitely felt like it probably hindered me, maybe not as much as just me being out of shape and not running at all, but oh my gosh, I felt like crap last night. I was trying to play a basketball game. I'm not kidding. It was not even maybe a shot of it was like the last shot of the American Honey. I was just wanting to finish it off.
Oh, there's no way
that's what I mean. It's probably more.
You probably just haven't ran in a while.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
But man, I enjoy playing basketball with these guys. We have a little underground basketball league. Did I tell you about that?
No.
Yeah, we got this UBBA, Underground Benedictine Basketball Association, and it's pretty fun. Our team is I have only been able to make it to like 5 of our maybe 10 games or so, 10 or 12, because I'm like, I got to get a homework assignment done, and I'm not about to go play basketball instead of doing homework.
Wisely so.
Yeah. And then Thursday night, I was trying to beat a storm home, so I left early. I left Atchison early, and I couldn't make one of our games. And then Sunday, I didn't leave till late, so I was like, I didn't make it back for another game, and it's just kind of inconvenient, I guess, for me, as far as I feel bad because I committed to something and I can't always be there. So but I mean, everybody's got to work around and be there when they can. So we got a good team though. Trey's on my team. He got hurt.
Oh,
though.
Trey's good.
Trey is good. He's good at basketball, but he's an athlete, man.
Yeah,
he's just a raw athlete. How's he do? Oh no, I just said he got injured. How was he doing before he got injured?
He tweaked something again today. He was back on the field.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know. I think it was an ankle. I'm not sure exactly.
Do you know what it was before that? Before today?
Some lower leg.
Yeah, he was his hammy, and then
yeah. He just gets dinged up so often.
I don't think so. He didn't play football till senior year of high school, and then he came to college, and it's like he's a fresh body, but not used to getting hit like that. I wonder if that kind of did something to him.
But they're mostly like soft tissue leg injuries.
Are they really?
Yeah, like a pulled hammy, pulled quad.
Here's something I don't know if I talked about at some point with you. How do you feel about Ben Arnold?
I am a big fan.
Are you?
I have never experienced more strength gains.
That's interesting.
Ever in my life, which granted I've gained more weight, but I've done that before and not gotten stronger.
Right.
So
I'm not going to say he doesn't know what he's doing by any means. I've heard there's been a lot of injuries though. A lot of hamstring injuries, a lot of people going down at practice, but that's just
and we've been practicing pretty hard too.
Have you?
A lot harder than a normal spring.
Yeah.
Like 4 days a week, full pads.
Right.
Like
well,
ones versus ones.
Right. And see, that's a different mindset than with old Larry Wilcox. But so my problem with Ben was basically, I like his methods. I think he knows what he's doing in the weight room, but I really didn't like his motivation. His motivation to me kind of turned me off to lifting. I was like, I'm not into it today because of what you just said to me. And so, couple examples. One was, I remember one day I always had Monday conditioning, early morning weights. So we were out on the field and we'd get down there and he's like, "How are you guys feeling? Let me know."
I had it with you.
Oh, you did have it with us.
Yeah.
He's like varsity guys. He's like, "You guys are varsity guys, so let me know how you guys are feeling. We'll take it easy for a little bit if you guys are, if you're sore." And so we'd do that. And 30 minutes in, he's like, "Why the hell aren't you guys going harder? What are you doing? Why are you guys pussyfooting around?" And it's like, dude, we're still taking it easy. We just had a game on Saturday. And also, I mean, it's just like he condones the, not half-assedness, but like the, hey, let's really get to going. Let's get warmed up right before we go full throttle. And that just kind of irked me. And
once we've been back in the weight room, things have been a lot better.
Really?
Yes. Well, because before it's like nobody likes to do those band workouts and crap like that.
Yeah.
Like, that stuff sucks.
It's a pain. Resistance stuff is good, but yeah, when you're doing it over and over and you're not touching weights.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a few things that I don't agree with, but there was stuff with Chuck I didn't agree with either.
Yeah. And again, his methods, I don't really have a problem. I haven't had a problem with any of the methods that coaches have of our past have been here for, but I will say Spencer was telling me about his squat routine. So basically you guys went from your back squat and did a 90% of your back squat on front. Was that right?
He messed up the numbers.
Okay.
That was all.
Okay.
And then
so
once
that wasn't his fault.
Well, no, he got the numbers wrong, but it wasn't like he was like actively thinking we could front squat 90% of what we could back squat.
Right.
It was just a mistake and he fixed it.
Okay. So that's not as big a deal as I thought then.
No.
I thought that was like, I was like, that seems
No,
silly,
the only thing is, it's just now that we started practice, you know, our legs are just
beat, I'm sure.
Beat all the time.
I'm sure.
So these past couple weeks haven't been the best, but my bench, my overhead press I kind of tweaked my shoulder actually the other day. So
did you feel it right there? You went up?
Well, whenever we were pressing day and I got to here and I kept locking my right arm out, but my left didn't want to do it all the way. So
that's weird. Oh man.
I don't know. I'm falling apart, man.
Yeah, hey. I felt that.
Feel 40 years old.
That's how it is. I'll tell you what, you'll start feeling better afterwards, and not to get you excited about retiring, because I bet you'll come back I bet you'll come out of football and it won't take you too long to get to feeling better. But for me, it was like I started losing a little bit of weight. My knee stopped hurting. I had times where going to bed, my knee hurt because I had to put a pillow under my bed or under my knee so that it wouldn't feel tight and feel painful on my hip. There's an IT band there, you know. And you know anatomy, and it got tight on me, and I had a neuromuscular massage therapist kind of explain that to me. I broke my fibula, and that's connected. I got my meniscus removed, so that's all. He said that's all kind of connected. Not my entire meniscus, partial meniscus removal.
Got it shaved a little bit. Yeah, cleaned up.
Yeah, and so those two are connected, and just having those two things, definitely he understood why that bothered me, why I had those problems, and so yeah, and now I feel a lot better. I do stuff on my own time. I squat and do what I feel like I need to. I don't squat more than. I haven't gone over 135 pounds, and that's mainly I hadn't been in the weight room in 3 months. So when I got in, I was just slowly
trying to hit some reps.
And that's another thing. I'm trying to do high rep, low weight, get some definition going. So that's my goal. Oh my goodness, yeah, seltzers might have to be a no-go. I just keep burping, but oh man, I guess how long we've been going already?
Over an hour, right?
Yeah.
Hour and 45.
Oh no, not quite that long.
Hour and a half?
Not quite.
Hour and 20. About
15 seconds till. Yeah.
Okay.
And now, granted, that's probably the first 5 minutes was us just sitting here and talking and making sure everything was set up okay. Hope my camera's doing okay. Regardless, we've got the audio. So I talked to a few people. So Joe Roberts, his guy I worked with at Snow Creek, and I kind of knew his sister through a couple mutual friends, but he said he knows how to get stuff on Spotify and Apple Music, and I think it's for free. So I'm gonna look into that and try and get us on those. Awesome. Because I also had the guy I talked to last night, Wilds Rimpy, with who I don't think I ever said on the podcast, which was kind of funny. I never introduced him. I need to try and start doing that. But he said something about he was driving home and he was trying to listen to it and he didn't want to use data. So I'm gonna try and find a way to get it on those so you don't have to use data to watch on YouTube every time. So
your phone can close or whatever.
Right. You don't have to
not be on the whole time.
Right. And do you have YouTube TV or whatever? No. He said no, but Wild says he has it, and I've never looked into it But apparently it's really nice being able to close videos and still listen to them. He enjoys it because I can imagine, you know.
Oh yeah.
But did you have anything else you want to do tonight? I'm not like looking to close up. I was just curious. It's 9:45 right now.
Well,
so.
Did
you make any plans?
No, I don't have any plans.
Okay. You just let me know if you want to shut down. You just
I think that maybe it's time.
Time to shut down?
No.
Oh.
Dive in.
Oh, we didn't even get to it yet. Thank goodness. I'm so excited.
If you've been here this long, this is what you've been waiting for.
This is what you've been waiting for. This is what you deserve.
The world deserves this.
We're gonna start talking about single conspiracy. I don't think we'll really get into any others. You think, or
Probably not. Which this one is my personal favorite.
oh, it's probably my personal favorite as well. I gotta say. So,
And you haven't even heard near as much as what the video I watched, which isn't on YouTube anymore.
really,
Wonder why?
okay, okay.
It just explained things so in detail, and then I'm trying to like 3 months later tell you about it.
Right. Yeah. That's what it was a couple of years ago when you were telling me about it. So, I'll give my breakdown of it because I still don't know a lot about it. But what I know is the idea is the Earth is hollow. So basically, everything we know about physics. This was kind of my problem with it because I'm engineering, so physics. It's got to make sense to me. But the Earth is hollow, and basically there are other dimensional beings inside the Earth. Is this a dimensional thing? This theory?
No.
Okay. So there are other beings inside the Earth that basically I say the government because I don't know, the higher Illuminati, whatever you want to call it, conspiracy elite. Yeah, the elite know about, talk to, communicate with, that we as a generation or as a human race don't all know about. And I'll let you take it away from there because that's about all I know about it.
Okay, so this is by far my favorite conspiracy theory. Not to say I even believe in it per se, but it's just super interesting.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's kind of odd how for as many people that like talk about it and stuff, that if it wasn't true, why haven't they just debunked it and got it,
Sure.
Got it out of the way?
Sure. Especially, hey, if video gets taken off YouTube.
Well, not even that. Like, we're going to get into it.
Go ahead.
So, everybody's heard of Halley's Comet, probably, right?
Yep. Comes around every 75 years or something like that.
So, Edmund Halley, who's, like, discovered it, was, like, one of the first trailblazers in the hollow earth theory.
Oh, how long ago is this?
Do you know? Hundreds of years ago.
Okay.
And he actually thought that it was, like, a series of circling rings.
Okay.
And then there was this small area he thought that might be able to
where are these
support life.
Circling rings, like at the poles or
just within the Earth?
Oh, within the Earth. Okay.
Like encapsulated within it.
Okay.
And then there wasn't much more he did other than just kind of be one of the first guys to really
have the idea. Okay.
And he did do some tests with magnetism that actually ended up supporting.
Oh, no. Okay.
But, I mean, this is hundreds of years ago. Sure. So, Leonard Euler and Sir John Leslie, one was in the 18th century and one was in the 19th century. Euler was a mathematician and
Euler.
Leslie was a scientist.
How do you spell that?
Euler.
Euler. He was part of this?
Yes.
That's a guy, he's actually, ooh, wow, that's interesting to know. He is a guy that knows, or that there's an Euler method for different mathematical purposes. And so the Euler method, you can kind of convert from, I want to say, time domain to imaginary not Laplace domain. I can't remember exactly how this works, but something in calculus where you go from sines and cosines to an exponential form. And so that's kind of interesting that because he's a big part of math. So that's interesting to hear. Go ahead.
Both these guys said that they had seen, I don't know if there was ever solid evidence, but they were supporters of that theory.
Okay.
That the Earth was hollow. So then John Sims, an 1812 war veteran, was like one of the most influential for the reason of he kind of brought the idea of the Sims hole, which is like the holes in the North and South Pole.
Okay.
Which is like where you would enter the hollow earth.
Okay.
And he spent like his whole life like teaching about it and apparently had a grant together and like there was enough people to where Congress actually voted on it.
Yeah.
But the bill was shut down. So.
How do you think that's the House? If you really had to guess, do you think, oh man, I had a few theoreticals in my head. If you think it's true, do you think it was the House people telling the Senate being told to, hey, shut it down. If you don't shut it down, there are going to be problems. Do you think that would have been the case, or do you think it was just the Senate saying, you guys are crazy?
Yeah, but the Senate funds all sorts of stupid crap.
Do they?
My
gosh! I need to keep up with
gosh.
more politics. I don't keep up with politics enough.
Just
I play too much
wasting
chess.
tax dollars on all sorts of crap. But,
Gotta love it, America.
yeah.
So I'm sorry I cut you off. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're coming to our peak here. So probably this would be the most concrete piece of evidence. So Admiral Richard Byrd
Okay.
flew a plane over, I think it was the South Pole in 1947. So this is like World War II time.
Okay. Is this
And
post World War II 47? Or is that?
I think maybe a little bit.
I don't know. I might have that
I'm
date
not sure
wrong.
exactly.
I thought 45
But
was kind of the end of it. But
in his journal, he wrote that he flew into a Sims hole, like in the South Pole, flew up.
And Simsol is the opening you said?
Yes.
Okay.
And like was contacted by a whole different race of like these giants that live to be hundreds of years old.
I remember you described him.
And like he saw woolly mammoths and like dinosaurs and all sorts of other crazy stuff like that.
Yeah.
That like maybe had migrated into the Hollow Earth at some point. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, he testified on this and like
he talked about it. Where at? Do you know? Do you know like what source he was reporting to, or?
He was with the Air Force, I think, and they asked him what happened, and he told them, and they.
Now, but this isn't the Air Force releasing this. This is
him. Whenever he released his journal whenever he was near death, I believe.
Okay.
Because he didn't want to.
Didn't want to hold on to it. He said that needed to be out.
He wanted everybody to know about it. Basically.
Yeah, he said.
Because I think they made him sign something.
Yeah. See, I never dove into it when you started telling me about it a couple years ago. I really need to because.
But I mean, this dude is like legit, like
Air Force
like
recognized.
Military guy wouldn't lie.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like wouldn't just make this up for no reason.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, it's wild to think about. Didn't you describe them? How did you describe the beings? Because I thought I remember you saying of Aryan race. Is that right? Is that
no?
Oh, is that something else? Am I thinking of?
I'll get so like.
Oh, is that part of it though?
Something of that nature. Okay. So there's a conspiracy theory along with this one. Some like agree with it and some don't in the Hollow Earth community, you could say.
Sure.
But so you know how like the Nazis, like there was a lot of them that just nobody ever found.
Yeah.
Well, they had some stations in the North Pole. Some people think that
that's legit,
and they had a lot better tech than anybody else in the world had at that time.
Yeah, still do.
So if they were, if they contacted these beings somehow and like got better technology,
yeah,
and apparently like that's kind of where the theory is, like they retreated back into the Hollow Earth, and whenever Admiral Richard Byrd flew in there, he said that there were Germans down there.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Which, I mean, he wrote this all down and...
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would he lie? But...
Right. I mean, other than... And the only, I guess, logical thought that I have to dispute that is... Excuse me. Is like crazy old man, that's the only thing.
Well, no, he told them this whenever he just flew. Like he was still a young man.
Oh.
But he released his journal to the public whenever he was an old guy.
Whoa. Yeah, that holds some value then.
That's why whenever I watched this video, I was like, oh my gosh.
That holds some value. See, what I'd have to go look up are things that dispute the Hollow Earth theory because, of course, you're probably going to be able to find them, but it's like there's nothing that concretely says, oh yeah, the Hollow Earth theory, this is why it's not true. Then maybe,
Well, my thing is, like, everybody's happy to disprove the flat earthers and all this other business. And, like, conspiracies people would view as stupid.
Right.
But nobody has drilled to the center of the earth to know what's in there.
That's true.
And...
You can dig to China, apparently, but no, you can't.
No. Nobody ever has.
Exactly.
And you're not allowed to just take a public vessel onto the North or South Pole.
Yeah.
It's illegal. You'll be arrested for it.
Right, yeah.
And then there's been all these pushes. So I was fixing to kind of end with, like in the 20th and 21st century, there have been groups of people pushing and trying to get funding together, but some of the people that are funding it would die in kind of strange ways, like plane crashes, like drowning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
it's weird stuff, man. You get into insider scoops. I don't ever know what
it
to
could
make
be
of
disproved so easily.
Yeah.
But nobody has done it.
Yeah. See, and I don't know if I would want to know the truth, because if I were given the concrete truth, and it's like, if you know it, you can't tell anybody. So otherwise bad things might happen. So
I would probably just want to go live down there.
Really?
Well, apparently
go find. Oh yeah, you said woolly mammoth dinosaurs.
Well, apparently they also live for a suit. Well, part of the theory is like there's just an entire biome uniquely
like a ecosystem,
nothing else like it. Yes, on Earth,
like an oasis. You said, I think I remember you saying that, an oasis.
Yeah.
In a cold place, you go down into this,
and there's some sort of sun or bioluminescent thing in there that's
what?
Yeah, right.
This is
that's
incredible.
Like letting all these plants grow and all this
now
other stuff, lighting it, and then because it's not as harsh as and it doesn't beat on you like the sun does.
Yeah,
you're not.
That's not one of the worries of dying is skin cancer.
Well, not skin cancer, but like just the whole being on the surface of the earth takes its toll, and that's why we die.
Okay.
At 80 to 100, whatever we do.
Right.
Just because our bodies wear out.
Yeah.
But down there, it's apparently like preserving them in a perfect biome, and they're growing to be 12 to 15 feet tall and live hundreds of years old.
That would be incredible.
I mean, but this is all just speculation, of course.
Oh, of course.
But it's super interesting, dude. Oh
Alex Jones 2.0. But I gotta say it. I had to say it. Big InfoWars guy over here. I have never looked into InfoWars. I would still like to look into it for Alex
You
Jones'
should.
sake.
You missed out on the peak. And everything that he had that was amazing has been washed from
Really?
the internet. Oh, yeah.
Really? Like, is InfoWars still?
Yeah, he's got his own
Prominent?
website page. But like, he's not allowed on any sort of social media.
Wow. That is so weird, man.
Canceled.
That is big cancel culture.
He was like the first one that happened to.
Oh, yeah.
Because I would not go as far, or I would go, excuse me, I would go as far as saying he got Trump elected. In my mind.
Really?
Yeah. We're talking millions and millions of views.
Wow.
On YouTube.
Wow.
But then as soon as they saw, big tech, saw this going against their type of agenda, I would presume.
Right.
They shut it down.
Yeah. That's pretty weird.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't care to get into new politics. We talked about it last time. I think I had that in my notes. Annika doesn't want to be the first lady, so that helps. Yeah, I won't be going into government work.
No.
Maybe I'll say I talked to the Department of Transportation for a possible internship, but that's about the highest I'll go in the government. I'm not going into the
I definitely don't want
sector and any kind of clearance crazy shit.
Or run for any sort of office.
No.
I'd have way too many people come forward and be like, talk about what a piece of crap I was. Better just leave that stuff in the past.
Oh man, I couldn't imagine the stress of being a president. I don't know if we said this last time, but you look at Obama, and he came in.
Everybody except Trump really
come in
aged
looking
like
an extra 12 to 20 years.
Yeah, in
like 8.
Yeah, like Bush, old.
Oh my gosh, man.
Obama, old.
He went from I don't even know how old he was. Was he 40 or 50?
He was in his, I think,
was he in his
40s. 40s.
Was he that
then,
young?
Whenever he got elected.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, literally just all black hair, no gray, nothing.
Yeah.
Whenever he left, it was like...
It was gray. He was grayed out. Talk about being stressed out. Holy shit,
I don't think you get much sleep, and I think you're extremely stressed.
Making a lot of decisions, a lot of important decisions. I would like to know if there are any psychological tests that a president goes through before they go into office and after they go into office. I bet they do. I bet they...
You think?
I fully believe, because you always see it in the movies. Anybody that's going into some clearance sector, any kind of Secret Service type thing, they're doing some, interview or some sort of talk with them about learning their psychology and if they're capable of doing the job that they're applying for. And I would imagine they would. It's like, yeah, he's about to be the president of the United States, but is he really fit? Is he really...
Well, but the only thing that I would say back to that is, it doesn't matter if he's fit. If the people elected him,
and that's true too.
Then that's his job title.
That's true too, but also just for statistics matters, and future presidencies, you might look into, okay, well, this president answered this to this question. It answered something that we now see is very prominent in what's the word? Not sociopaths, psychopaths. It's something weird. I'm going extreme with it, but I just think it'd be interesting to see if they did some kind of psychological analysis.
But even then, there could be some kind of way to not let a president be elected, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I honestly feel like even if somebody was mentally ill,
so maybe
if they're elected,
and maybe that's
they're
something,
elected.
Yeah, and maybe that's something they do before. And maybe that's something they do before even running. Maybe that's. And I don't know. I doubt they would, though.
Because in my
mind,
mind, senators don't have to do that. Mayors don't. Police officers do because they're not elected.
Yeah, that's true.
They're hired by people you did elect.
Oh, that's weird. That's weird to think about. I'd like to...
People in the military have to do it because they're not elected. They're hired through the government.
That's right. Oh, that is
and
weird.
Since you're the government, you're definitely... you're more likely to be sued. I feel like nobody feels bad about suing the government.
Right.
At all.
Right.
So, if you mess something up and somebody does something while they're working for the government...
Yeah. That's a weird thing to think, man. I just couldn't even imagine what it would be like to be so stressed out and so overwhelmed by things that a president would have to do, that a senator... See, I don't even know how much senators really have to go through the Senate and the House. Sure, they make some pretty important decisions. But like a mayor, you go to a small town or a big town. Oh, do you know much about the mayor of, I want to say Los Angeles? And have you heard of everything that's going on in L.A.?
Not L.A. I know that Gavin Newsom almost has enough signatures to have the entire state
I don't know.
I'm not sure what the word is, but
decriminalize everything, or
no, get him out of office.
Oh yeah.
There's almost been enough votes.
It sounds like nobody likes him.
He's
likes him.
Majorly screwed the pooch on the COVID thing and screwed so many people over.
Well, there's that, and also, so I was listening to that Two Bears One Cave podcast, and they were saying that because they live in LA, I think it's LA, that wherever they drive, somewhere in California, they drive and there's homeless people just lying down sidewalks, lying down highways and stuff, and I can't even imagine what that would be like, but you got homeless people everywhere, and people are moving from other states, finding their way to California just because they know they're not going to get in trouble for living on the side of the road.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Well, South Park made a big joke about it.
I don't watch much South Park.
Oh yeah, they made some homeless episode where they were the homeless were like zombies, and if you gave them change, they're wouldn't leave you alone. Change.
Oh no, dude.
And Cartman drives a bus with the song California knows how to party, And,
yeah.
But they're California's really good to the homeless. And then it's like a cattle drive and leads them all the way into California.
Really?
Because that's whenever that first homeless crisis started, I think.
Dude,
but
okay.
It was pretty funny.
Oh my gosh, the creators of South Park are funny, dude. They make some... So, I think I've got a dark sense of humor. I don't always like to expose it, but I laugh at some probably offensive stuff. But it's funny, man. There is just some stuff that is funny. I don't care who you are.
What's funny is funny.
Funny is funny. And yeah, South Park.
South Park's hilarious.
They do some people dirty, but damn it, it's kind of funny.
A lot of it's funny.
I think it's funny. But I bet, oh my gosh, what was the one where Cartman, he made this kid, I can't remember what the kid did. He wronged Cartman, and then Cartman made him eat his parents.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The kid, like, somehow swindled him out of money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or, like, sold him pubes or something like that.
Yeah. So that he could have him for himself and have pubes.
Yeah. And, like, somehow, like, screwed Cartman out of his allowance or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the dude literally somehow sets his parents up to be shot by the crazy redneck.
Yeah, he's like, I thought they were the sheriff called this farmer and was like, hey, there are some crazy cow poachers out in the land, so watch out for him. So he sees him out in the dark. This farmer shoots him. He's like, I thought they were taking my cows. And so
Cartman drags the bodies off, sauce them up, and puts them in chili.
Oh my gosh. They had the chili competition, and Chef made his, and he's like, oh, this chili's delicious. But it's, what do you say? It's Chef's chili, I think, or something. And oh, that's so fucked up. That is so wrong, man. But it's funny. Do you ever what? Oh, South Park's bad. What other adult cartoons do you watch?
I like Rick and Morty a lot.
Okay.
American Dad, Family Guy.
Yeah. American Dad and Family Guy are probably two of my favorite. I like Rick and Morty enough.
I like Rick and Morty a lot. I like Rick and Morty.
I've seen quite a few episodes, and it's not something that I sit down and I'm like, I want to watch that. There's just some extreme scientific, or it's a little too science fiction-y, I guess, which
I'm a fan of that kind of stuff.
You like that?
Yeah.
You like that? It's okay to me. Sometimes it's a little much where I'm just like, you watch Family Guy or American Dad, and they're relatively realistic, for the most part, but nothing crazy. Yeah. I love Roger, man. Roger is one of the funniest characters of any adult cartoon I've ever seen. Do you ever watch Archer?
I have no idea what that even is.
You don't know what Archer is? I think it's on, I want to say it's on Hulu. It's a pretty funny one. It's the guy who voices Archer is the same guy from Bob's Burgers. So do you know
I've seen Bob's Burgers.
Okay, yeah. So you know the main guy that's got like a very, I don't even know if I can imitate it, but he's like, I don't know about that. It's a very monotone type voice.
Generic voice.
Very generic, yeah. He's the same guy that voices Archer, and I think he's a lot funnier. It's a little wittier comedy. Like it's pretty good. Are you a fan of Justice League? I just remembered this. Did you hear about that?
I heard that they came out with like a new release.
Number 2, I think, is coming out tonight. Keegan was telling me that.
Yeah.
I hung out with Keegan earlier.
I'm actually going to watch it later this weekend, but I am more of a Marvel guy. For any of the ladies out there that I've Snapchatted, you've definitely seen my Infinity War poster in the background from my bed at home.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big Marvel nerd.
I didn't. Do you know about all the comics and stuff, too?
I haven't, read them, but I've done my research enough for the movies where I understand.
Yeah. Shoot, we talked about him last time. Cornish, he knows his shit about the comics. He dives into them, and I remember after one of the first ones that Thanos is in, and all you see is maybe his fist, or maybe you kind of see his face. He's like, "Oh, dude, that's Thanos." And I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Oh yeah.
And they show it after the credits.
Oh yeah, the post-credit scene.
Yeah. It was like one of the first ones where he's introduced to the series, and
right after the first Avengers movie.
Is that what it is?
Mm.
He tells me about it, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And he's like, dude, that's from the comics. And he starts explaining to me about the Infinity Stones. And after the second one, he gets all excited because he's like, dude, if Thanos gets the Infinity Stones, this is going to happen, and this and that and this and that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You got me excited. So I got to go check it out. So.
Well, and right now, I am super stoked for King Kong versus Godzilla.
I didn't know they were coming out with that.
Literally, next week.
Really?
It comes out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Epic.
That just made me think of CGI. Have you seen anything from, I'd say, honestly, 8 years or earlier, 8 years ago or earlier than that was CGI'd? It's unreal the difference to what CGI we have nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
I am baffled by it. I love it.
It's awesome.
I love technology, man. I love technology.
CGI is literally the best.
Yeah.
Like, just think of all the cool things that all the superhero movies, all the new Jurassic Worlds,
explosions and all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Do you have any... Did you like the Transformers much?
I've watched them. I like them, but I never got into it.
Yeah. I liked them just because I think the idea of a talking, I guess, self-aware robot just was awesome to me. And I don't know. I love the Transformers, though. Even the ones with Mark Wahlberg, which got, I think, really bad reviews. But they're pretty awesome, I think.
They're all right. Like I said,
yeah,
I like them, but
I haven't seen them in a long time. I might think different. Who knows?
Yeah, but
yeah.
And to go back on a Justice League, man.
Yeah.
DC, ever since Christian Bale's Batman, has not had a very good movie.
Yeah.
So we'll see if this new release is any different or not. But.
Yeah. I just looked at one of my notes here. And I don't know if I said this when we actually started the podcast, but I know I said it kind of when we were just chatting for a little bit. The tours, I just looked up and I think I saw my own reflection. I thought somebody was walking by. Tours are like we're in a zoo. I think.
Yeah.
Did I already say that when we were recording? I don't remember.
I
don't know if we were recording, but I just remember I was sitting at a test today. I'll keep it brief because if I did say it once. I was taking a test today, and 40 people come by, and I was just like, oh my gosh, people are looking at me while I'm trying to take a test. I'm looking up at them. There's 6 of them looking right back at me, and it's like, stage fright almost. You're like, I can't even think about it because I got people looking at me trying to figure out what I'm doing, and I hate tours. It's just so ridiculous. We're in a little enclosure, and everybody gets to look at us and examine college kids in their modern day atmosphere.
Definitely.
I need to be out in the wild like a lion. No lion needs to be
taken and if you think about that,
captivity.
Whenever you're a kid, you don't really think about it, but zoos are kind of messed up.
Oh yeah, they're definitely fucked up.
Like animals that should be out in the wild, you're just like keeping in a pen.
Yeah, I think it's really cool that you get to get
see
educated.
them up close.
You get to get educated, but yeah, it's kind of.
And if they're injured or like from captivity, and like had always been in a captive breeding line, I could see that being okay, but like anything that should be in the wild
needs to be in the wild.
I
agree. I think so one thing might not necessarily be a healthy thing, but if you get enough generations of animals that get in that lifestyle of a zoo life, they're used to and this is probably how it's going to be eventually. There are going to be animals who really can't go out in the wild because they don't have the instincts. They don't all they've known their entire life is, I get food from this tray.
If there's an animal born in captivity and they grow to adulthood, you could not just turn them out in the wild and be like, okay, because they've never known how to get their own food.
Yeah. It's a weird thing.
Well, I mean, that's like us. Like any human, that's not a part of like 0.5% of the world's population. If you just tossed them out in the woods and was like, all right, survive.
Good luck. I would know how to make sturdy structures because of engineering, and I would know how to make a fire because of my dad.
But how would you get food?
Exactly. I don't know how I would necessarily I don't know how to make a snare. I could make a bow and arrow only because I know the concept of one. Did you know that basically the idea of a bow and arrow, if you were to start over from scratch as far as a human goes, that concept was not generated for, I don't know how, like it's all the way back to Neanderthals. But starting at that concept, starting at that early of a stage, it took a long time for us to get to just a bow and arrow, which seems like a super simple thing. In my mind, you go to an Indian bow and arrow. It's a piece of wood and a string or sinew from a deer or something. But they used to have, I wish I knew what they were called. It's almost like a dart that they throw or kind of like a spear. Atlatl, yeah. Is that what it's? Atlatl, that's what it is. I said Adelon. I was like, that doesn't sound right. Atlatl, yeah. Those things are cool, man.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen them thrown?
Yeah, it's actually in Missouri. It's a part of the alternative weapon season. So there are people that hunt deer with Atlatl.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Yeah, and I mean, like they kill deer and stuff.
Wow, dude, it's just it's wild to me that whatever generation or whatever race, I guess, decided that that's the best way to throw something with high velocity. You really can. I watched someone throw I watched someone throw it at a target, and they're throwing it, I don't know what the number is, 30 meters a second, 40 miles an hour or something like that. Fast enough. If it's sharp enough, it's going to kill a deer. Like, you're going to hit it and it's not going very far. So that's pretty incredible. I don't know though. Go ahead and give me a guess on how long you think we've been in now.
2.
We're almost there.
Almost.
We're about 9 minutes out, 8 minutes out. Again, minus whatever we talked about at the beginning, just to kind of make sure everything was working. Give me a couple snaps. Okay, we're still working. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, that would have been horrible.
Oh, dude.
Imagine if it would have stopped like 5 minutes in.
Well, that happened last night. I told you. This one, luckily, what happened was as soon as I saw my green light right here go off. I have a green light letting me know that it's on. And so I looked at it, and it was like I saw it flash or something as I moved my mic. And I was like, oh no. So I checked it, and then I tried to snap in front of my mic, and it didn't give me any sound. And I was like, oh, geez, how long have I not been recording? And so I watched the video earlier today or something, and it was fine. So, and then I took my sweatshirt off, and it zoomed in. And so now I only have the first half of it, but that's okay. Man, you got any midterms coming up this next week?
I've got a test.
Yeah.
Paper due.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
What about you?
I got like 2 exams. I had an exam today. I think I just got 2 next week, which won't be too bad, but definitely more assignments due right before break, which is kind of a pain. I'm hoping to get on some of them this weekend, but I'll probably want to upload this, so I might put it off for a little bit, make it a midnight thing. VMOS and I are trying to do a podcast over Easter break, which I think would be good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do it up in the mountains. So.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Did I tell you his family's here?
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna go hang out with them after this. And,
oh yeah. Well, I'm probably about ready. If you
about ready? I was about to ask you, so that worked out. If you made it this far, my goodness, we really did go about 2 hours. So thank you again for watching.
Covered a lot of good topics.
Always appreciate it. Tried to include you a little bit more this time, the viewers, and well, I'll try to do it in the future as well. Please like, comment, subscribe. The J&S Podcast, This Just In Podcast. That's my own that I'm gonna be doing with other people as well.
Check it out.
Yeah. So thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you next time.